How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So we've already had the fake news come out. We've had the NZ one. So this is going to be the final one I'm recording tonight. I know I said that already, but this is what it is. I'm going to quickly go through this because this is like really big news and I wanted to get this out there as soon as possible. So we have the FTC has replied to Microsoft and Activision's opposition to the agency's motion for a preliminary injunction. The FTC's legal strategy comes down to the following. They say the Nintendo Switch is not a Generation 9 console. Well, it's released at the same time. Regardless of what they say, it's part of the big boys. They argue that, and even then, right, at the same time, are they turning around and saying that they're going to completely disregard Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Odyssey, you know, really big franchises just because it suits their agenda? So stupid. They argue that even if Nintendo was included in the market, the anti-competitive effects would be the same. No, it would not. They would be completely different and the numbers would be skewed, and they know that. They know that if they included Nintendo in this argument and in this case, those numbers would be so heavily skewed. They say the court should not give weight to Microsoft's agreements with NVIDIA, who, by the way, are extremely happy and constantly promoting the fact that they're getting Microsoft games on GeForce Now. They're hoping to get Activision Blizzard games on GeForce Now, and they are extremely happy about this. But the fact that the NVIDIA is happy about this and supportive of this case, the FTC wants the judge to completely ignore that because guess what? It goes against their agenda. And others, they say the court should not give weight to Microsoft's agreements with NVIDIA and others, nor to its EC remedies. So the European Commission has agreed with this and has, you know, with remedies, approved the deal. The FTC is basically saying those people in the European community, they're a bunch of idiots. They're a bunch of dickheads. You shouldn't be listening to them. No, you should listen to me. I mean, is she this dumb? The FTC argues that Microsoft and ABK should discuss those remedies at the August FTC in-house trial. Of course, they want to push it to the August trial because they want to make sure Microsoft suffers more. They want Microsoft to pay that $3 billion. They're hoping that with Microsoft, if the case goes to August, Microsoft would have to essentially pay the $3 billion or call it quits. And they're hoping that they're going to call it quits. But I believe that Judge Corley won't ignore those facts, except that she may very well find she doesn't even have to reach remedies, as there is no credible theory of harm in the first place. This is correct. There is none. This has already been established after 28 weeks of actual deliberations and research and everything else. The CMA spent 28 weeks trying to find a path to protect Sony to basically bolster their case. They were using Sony to bolster their case. Obviously, Jim Ryan was there, sleazing his way through. He thought he was doing good, but all the while, the CMA was just using him. The FTC was using him to bolster their case. And when they realized that Sony's defense was not going to hold any weight or any water, they basically sent him packing and then searched head and toes, you know, heavens and high, until they found something that would stick. They threw everything at that wall, and when cloud gaming stuck, they were over the moon because that was something that they had basically 3-4 weeks to create a counter argument. Hey, before we continue with the video, I just wanted to say thanks so much for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do consider subscribing. It really helps the channel grow. I am trying to get to 1,000 subs so I can get my YouTube partnership. With your help, I can make that happen. Around 80% of you are not subscribed. If half of you subscribe today in this video, we will hit that goal. Make it happen. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Back to the video. It continues to say, the FTC points to the CMA's rejection of Microsoft's proposed remedies. I've predicted before that the FTC would try to point to the CMA decision. Basically, the FTC is saying, hey, look over there. One country out of like maybe 42 countries has basically turned around and said that we are gonna deny this for the basis of hey Jonathan, what are we failing this on again? we've run out of the decision for PlayStation. What do you... Oh, cloud gaming. Yes, we're failing this on the basis of cloud gaming. And Microsoft and ABK will highlight that this is an outlier. Today's news from New Zealand is neutral. If you've seen my video, you will see that all they want is to be heard and recognized, and they want the same deals, which I'm pretty sure Microsoft will go along and provide New Zealand and Australia with 10-year deals that are based on their network providers, so they are happy as well. Bus supports neither party, basically they're neutral. CMA still an outlier in terms of actually blocking the merger and rejecting the remedies, because the CMA has no intention of listening. In fact, based on what I've actually read, and I've actually been doing a bit of reading on this, shock horror, I know, I've actually been doing independent reading, people, but apparently the CAT Tribunal can actually overturn the CMA's decision. They don't even have to, like previously we were under the assumption that the CAT Tribunal, if they didn't like the decision the CMA gave, would basically send the ruling back to the CMA. They'd have to go back and make that decision all over again. But that is not the case. The CAT Tribunal can literally overturn in Microsoft's favor. It doesn't have to go back to the CMA. That is big news. Big news. And if that actually happens, holy crap. It's striking that the FTC really heavily redacted its filings. Of course it's going to redact it. They know the law and the facts are not on their side. It's clearly not on their side, and they absolutely know this. And the fact that now they're scrambling, trying to extend the dates, telling the judge to not look at the good work that they're doing, look at the way that gamers are now able to play Xbox games, and in the future, if this deal goes through, Activision Blizzard games through the cloud, enabling more people to play these games. The fact that Sony isn't not going to get this, the Activision Blizzard games, the fact that Nintendo is also finally, after decades, gonna get a Call of Duty on their platform that doesn't run like, you know, that isn't basically a piece of crap like, say, the EA Sports Legacy, you know, the FIFA Legacy game that's basically the same version year after year with no updates. It even says it on the box. They're actually going to get a decent version. Even if it is running through the cloud, it's still going to be a decent version that they can run on the Switch. All of these people are going to gain access to tons of games, but the FTC is saying disregard those people. Disregard the second or third, you know, one of the top 3 big regulators, because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And listen to me and my arguments, which have literally no basis of harm, and I can't prove any harm, but I want you to reject this anyway. And if you're not going to reject it, at least push it to August, so there's a chance that Microsoft will just back away and go home. Like, in what twisted world do we believe that this is going to be the case? In what twisted... I'm genuinely dumbstruck at how stupid the FTC actually thinks that the world is. I mean, honestly, if Judge Corley actually turns around and accepts what the FTC is saying, this shit is rigged. This is rigged. In no world can you turn around and say, hey, I want you to disregard the European Commission. I want you to disregard NVIDIA, pretty much one of the biggest cloud providers out there right now, and pretty much the most, you know, the best one out there right now. I want you to disregard the fact that they are extremely happy with the 10-year deal, the fact that they're happy that they can offer Microsoft games, most likely including Starfield Day 1, which is going to be a godsend for me when I come to stream it. We want to disregard all of those good things that can come to the community, to the player base, the the fact that it's competitive in itself, right? It's good for the consumer. We don't want you to disregard all of that just so they can get their way. And they're using the CMA's rejection, 1 out of 42, as a basis for their argument. I don't know, folks, but whatever happens in this case, it's going to be hilarious. One way or another, this is going to end, but man, oh man. I don't know, you let me know in the comment section below. It's becoming a joke. I really feel like the FTC is literally clutching at straws at this point. They don't know what they're saying. They don't know what they're doing. And they're just, it genuinely feels like they're throwing everything at a wall and hoping something sticks and it will resonate with the judge to see it their way. But through all of this, I just can't see anything. They've basically insulted Nintendo, who is one of the biggest video game companies in the world. Right? They are one of the biggest companies in the world, and they've proven that without Call of Duty, they can remain one of the biggest gaming companies in the world. They don't need to be a high definition, super ultra 4K, 8K gaming machine to prove that they can still be one of the biggest companies in the world. To be fair, it puts Microsoft to shame, but it also highlights how Microsoft is so far behind everyone that this merger wouldn't harm competition and it wouldn't harm Sony or Nintendo. In fact, it would benefit Nintendo and it would actually make Nintendo even better and perform better than they already are. It's crazy, right? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have that discussion. And expect more videos. I've hit my free notification quota already from the previous one, so I hope you do find this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Remain legend.